Senator Feinstein, you have been consistent. You're as sincere as the day is long, and I completely understand your point of view. And I will vote no because for a couple of reasons. Number one, about the capacity of the clip. One bullet in the hands of a mentally disturbed person or a felon, a gang member, is one too many. There are thousands of these high-capacity clips in circulation today. But I could see a situation where an individual citizen would need more than 6 bullets or 10. Most assaults, not most, a third of the assaults that occur are by more than one perpetrator. And I keep going back to the situation of the lady in Atlanta a couple of months ago. A man broke into her home. She was at home with her twin daughters. He had just gotten out of jail, had a crowbar. She ran up to the second floor of the house and hid in the closet with her children. On the phone with her husband, she had a .38 revolver, 6-shot revolver. The guy broke into the closet. She emptied the gun, hit him 5 or 6 times. He was still able to get up and drove away. Thank God there weren't 2. In that situation, it would not bother me at all, Senator Feinstein, if she had 30 or 100 bullets. It does bother me what happened in Connecticut and other places where people go in and take innocent lives with any kind of weapon, any kind of magazine. Now, how do you interrupt the shooter? The theory is if you limit the size or the capacity when you have one of these mass shootings, it will give a break in the action so somebody can stop the shooter. That makes sense to a certain extent, but I can assure you it is a really false sense of interrupting the shooter. It has a certain logic to it, but I think we could have a better system. If you had, there's $300 million spent on securing this Capitol. You can't walk anywhere in here without some armed guard. Why? Because this is a magnet. This is the center of democracy. A lot of people would like to do harm to the building, what it stands for, and the people inside. I believe the best way to interrupt the shooter is to have a mental health system that actually records and enters into the database people who should not be able to buy a gun. In South Carolina, a lady was able to purchase a gun lawfully who had been pled not guilty by reason of insanity in federal court to killing the President of the United States. The system did not capture her. There are so many better ways to deal with this. As to the assault ban, 2.4% of the murders last year were caused, the instrument was a rifle, not an AR-15, but a rifle. So we're really focusing on what I think is an emotional part of the problem, but will create a false sense of safety. And I've said this probably more than I should. I own an AR-15 not out of animosity or paranoia that life is going to, disintegrate in my community, and I would need it. But there are circumstances where if you did have a situation where lawlessness took over from a national disaster, that self-defense component of an AR-15 is, to me, far greater than a double-barrel shotgun. But you don't have to agree with me. The reason I bought the AR-15, I served in Afghanistan as a reservist, and people in my unit were buying AR-15s and M9s with the logo of the unit. I haven't even shot it yet. I need to go out and shoot it. But that's why I bought it. That's why the people in the unit bought it. And I would just suggest that this legislation has been tried before. It really didn't appreciably change things. And after the Heller case, I really do believe that there's a very good argument the law now is unconstitutional because traditional lawful purposes such as self-defense. I can make a logical argument where an AR-15 is a better weapon in certain circumstances than other weapons that one may want to buy. Common use at the time, there are over 4 million of these guns. It's not like I'm the only one in America with this. There are 4 million. It's the #1 selling rifle, I think, last year. Not dangerous, of course it is, and unusual is the third test. It can't be unusual in the circumstances of what's going on in America in terms of people purchasing the rifle. And having said that, I will vote no, but it's not about questioning Senator Feinstein's motives. We just see things differently. She has been doing this for a very long time because she believes it will help. And I believe it will not appreciably change things, and is giving a false sense of safety, and there are better things we can do in a bipartisan way to address gun violence. The crooks are going to get the guns. And if you ever find yourself having to meet one of these crooks, I want to make sure you can defend yourself. Thank you.
Ms. Hammond.